I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Please, I've asked you not to do that. Katy Perry is probably the most fun I've ever had with a cat. Except I've been up since 2:46 actually. I was going to do a video this morning. I thought, I'm just going to I was going to make a video instead. I thought we'll just do a stream instead. Brock Bandy, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Excellent points he's making right from the jump. As you're coming in, please like this stream. And if you haven't subscribed to the Lifeboat and to Relatable Reefs, please do that. Dale Cox, good to see you. I don't know if sounds familiar. I may have. Today's video is about this from PexPeppers Revenge BBQ because I need some revenge. Revenge BBQ. So the cat's like all over the place, people. Low cost monkey. Good to see you. So I'm kind of excited about this. Anytime Garrett from PexPeppers puts sauce in something this big, it's because it's worthy of being in a big bottle. There are always sauces that are virtually drinkable. 2:46 this morning, you guys. I was sure it was going to be a good day because the cats both of them were chasing each other around like crazy yesterday. So I thought I was going to have a good day, good night. And boy, it just wasn't. Jesse O, good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys being here this morning. We got a really, really fun After the Burn tonight. Who's ready for this one? I'm going to interview Kristen Melinda. She's a weirdo. I love her. She has a great sense of humor. She's strange. She's quirky and odd. And she just is so fits me for this kind of a thing. She's amazing. She's a wonderful mod. She's incredible. She's like my girl Friday. She does things before I think about things and she's like posting them. She's amazing. We say, Katie, huh? She looks like an angel right now. But she hasn't attacked me in the middle of the night, which is she hasn't done that in a few nights, which is great. All right, so let's get into this, people. PexPeppers Revenge BBQ. It's a smoky habanero apple barbecue sauce. What's this? Something sweet and sticky. Don't you just love that? Can I tell you that's one of my biggest pet peeves with barbecue sauces is that the consistency is never the way it's supposed to, never the way it should be. Like countrywide, like in the United States, what percentage of barbecue sauce ends up on the coals or on the bottom of the barbecue and not on what you're barbecuing? And this looks like it's sticky. All right, that's right. Get payback on your boring food with PexPeppers Revenge BBQ apple barbecue sauce. What do you say, Peanut? She hasn't made that sound yet. She looks at me like I'm crazy when I do that. She's like, you speak cat. This barbecue sauce is packed with the flavors of sweet apples, dark brown sugar, not just your brown sugar, but your dark brown sugar, smoky chipotle, rich tomato, and just enough habanero to keep things interesting. But one question remains. Are you ready to take revenge? Man, I am. Used for dipping, grilling, and glazing. And please refrigerate after opening. Sounds like a decent. She's looking at me like she wants some. She's very interested in human food. And with our cats, what we do, anytime, they always want whatever we're eating. And they don't really want it, but they want to be the one that says, I don't want it. So we always offer to them. And then they smell it. They're like, I don't want it anyway. But if you don't let them smell it, they'll bug you. And they'll just try. So right away, I let her sniff whatever I'm eating. And she's like, I don't want it. Here are the ingredients. You ready? Tomato puree, apple juice, brown sugar. Remember, dark brown sugar. Do you guys taste this in your head as I'm reading this? Do you start formulating in your head how you think this is going to taste? Tomato puree, apple juice, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, orange habaneros, molasses, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, chipotle, and then celery salt. All right. I appreciate all you guys being here. Look at this. My bison horn spoon from Brock Bandy. Just shipped 3 different super hot powders to Kristen. Can I tell you something, Brock? Have you talked to her? She's a chili head. She's got it. It's like in her. There's nothing she can do about it. She's like really does have the bug. It's pretty fun to watch. All right, so smell this thing. Oh wow. Definite smoky aroma. I don't know what sweet smells like, but there's a sweetness in the aroma. You can kind of smell a sweetness to it. And it's crazy, but I swear to you, I think I can smell orange habanero. Not kidding. In the morning, she is the cutest thing. You should hear her cry in the morning. She does this little whimpering thing. Today, I walked outside, was checking the pool out, and while I was gone, she was crying. Tommy said that the whimper, it was almost pathetic. She started to get panicking, looked around, got real low to the ground, and was like panicking because I wasn't there. She is really cute. All right, here's the poor people. And another great thing is this. All right, and that's a really cool thing. I think for a barbecue sauce, it's wonderful. Do you see the thickness? It's got some, look, it's sticky. It is sticky, and that's important when you have ribs or chicken and you're barbecuing. Have you guys had the experience where you barbecue and sometimes the flavor of the sauce, and usually the flavor's bad. How often do you use bad flavored barbecue? It's always because the flavor's good. But honestly, it's got to be the number one problem with barbecue sauces. It's never thick enough, and it doesn't seem to want to stick to sauces. Right, Katie? All right, here we go from PexPeppers Revenge BBQ. Okay. You know what's cool about this sauce? Can you hear a tail thump in the window? She's looking at birds. She just doesn't do the kill sound yet. All right. This is one of those sauces. And it's not that rare a thing, but it doesn't happen that often. You can taste every single ingredient. I'll get to your question in just a split second, Dale. Spear Prof, hello, good to see you. He says, make someone's day. Please do that. Spear Prof wants Dale, did you get his email? Nope, he's not checked it. But when this is over, I don't know why I'm reading you your own emails or text messages. All right, so look, you can taste every ingredient. If you read the ingredient list, you can literally taste every ingredient in this thing, including the celery salt. The black pepper is funny because you almost get it. You get it up front. A lot of times, black pepper is an ingredient you don't get to the finish, and you get it up front here. And I can taste the orange habaneros. It's got a bit of a kick to it, which is lovely. If you're not a chili head, it'd be kind of warm. If you're not a chili head at all, this would be kind of warm for you. If you're a chili head, no big deal. Seriously, if you're not a chili head, if you are a chili head, 3 or 4, but it's sticky. There's a great, perfect sweetness to it. It's not syrupy sweet because it can get like that sometimes. You ever had a sauce that's kind of syrupy sweet? I don't dig it like that. But it's the perfect sweetness. But sticky. It's sticky. It'd be great on wings. Which reminds me to get back to Dale's question because I saw wings in there. Johnny, there's a hot wing contest this coming weekend, and the sauce they're using is the redacted hot sauces. Have you tried it? Them redacted. You know what? Give me just a split second, Dale. I'm going to tell you. Let's go there, and let's go here. Redacted. Nope, I have not had redacted. It does. Here's the weird thing. It sounded wickedly familiar. Excuse me, but I've not had it. If you're in it, good luck. The heat is it a speed thing or who can eat the most? How does that work with a wing contest? Because if it's about heat, you got it beat. But here's the thing: a lot of some contests, as you guys have seen from League of Fire, they aren't about heat. It's about speed. Well, they're sort of about heat. They're about heat for 99% of the contest, and the very last round is about speed. So I don't know how that contest is going to run. I'm terrible when it comes. You guys have seen it. I'm not good with speed. Slow. I mean, you know why, right? I'm terrified of choking to death in front of people. I don't want to choke to death, period. But I really don't feel like choking to death on video. What are you doing, kitty? What you doing? Want to make an appearance? She's 5 months old today. She was born 5 months old, 5 months ago today. No, actually, I'm thinking of a sauce, Brock. There's a sauce, and I'm in my head. I can see the name on the label, the word redacted on the label. So I've seen the sauce. I wasn't sure if I'd had it yet or not, but could be. You never know. You know what's funny? I heard Jeff McGinnis said this, and I thought, hey, chill, sweetheart. Jeff McGinnis said this in the interview after the burn. I thought was really pretty astute. When a chef makes you something, you can taste almost every ingredient the day, like if you're in a restaurant, the day, or in their home, the day they make it, you can taste every ingredient. If you happen to eat it the next day, it's all the flavors have married and blended and do that thing that flavors do. And the next day, while you can't taste every ingredient individually like you could the day before, it usually tastes better. It's kind of a neat thing. So it's kind of a pretty astute comment. I've thought about that a lot since he's told me that, because it really is true. I've never had a meal where it wasn't like that. I've never had a meal where the next day you could taste every ingredient. I've never had that. I think of all the foods that are like that, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think of all the foods that are like that, I think that Italian food is probably the most, or soups. Italian food is very, very like that. The next day, hey, you have got to calm down, sweet thing. Italian food is very much like that. Next day, it tastes much, much better. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for being here. I can eat fresh peppers all day, but I struggle with sauces. You know, it's interesting. People make the mistake of thinking that if you have a high tolerance for peppers or whatever, you have a high tolerance for everything. Your comment really, really is a good example of that. There is everybody has several tolerances in them. You have a hot sauce tolerance, a pepper tolerance, a tincture tolerance, for real. Powder, and I'm not so sure about the powder and the flake, but I know for a fact you can have a raging pepper tolerance, and just like Dale just said, and still struggle with sauces. And you can have a raging sauce. I know people that can. Most people are very, very good with sauces, but peppers themselves are crushing. It's a very different thing. It's interesting. Most people find that peppers are more difficult than the sauces. I think it's where you start. Dale is a pepper guy, so I can see why that would happen. And that happens very, very frequently. And I'll tell you, I don't want to pick on a sauce, but I was going to pick on a sauce. If you have a sauce that's billed to be very, very hot, even this is a habanero hot sauce, right? It's this habanero is the heat source in this. So if you eat this, you think, well, I can eat habanero. If you went to a grocery store and got an orange habanero and popped it in your mouth and ate the whole orange habanero, it would burn you a lot more than this sauce would. So the eating of a full pod is a very, very different experience than the sauce, even if it's made from that pod. And the higher up you go, the more dramatic it is. Like a ghost pepper sauce. Tons of ghost pepper sauces that are very, very good. Melinda's has a pretty decent ghost pepper sauce. They really do. Eat it. And there are people who eat that, and people think, I can eat ghost peppers. No, you can't. You can eat that sauce. Eating a ghost pepper is a complete, we're talking about 900,000 Scoville approaching 1,000,000. I promise you, there is no ghost pepper hot sauce that's approaching 1,000,000 Scoville in heat. Doesn't exist. The hottest ghost pepper hot sauces on the planet are 50,000, 40,000, 35,000. They're not that hot. For real. Like a 7-pot Primo sauce. Like Primo Army. Look at any of the 7-pot Primo sauces. They're hot, but they're nowhere near as hot as an actual 7-pot Primo. So people do that all the time. They do. I swear to you, they eat peppers and think that there are tons of people that have eaten the Last Dab experience and think they could probably eat a Pepper X, which is funny because they probably could. Johnny, as long as it's not DDR, I'm okay. Double Doomed Rebooted. That's what DDR, I think you're meaning by that. Double Doom Rebooted is a wicked hot sauce. It's about 4 million Scoville heat units. And it's not, I'm lying to the chili world, Scoville heat units. It's 4 million real Scoville heat units. That's not a joke. They're regular doomed reboot, not the double doomed, but the doomed. That's 2.46 million or something like that. Katie, you want to make an appearance before we wrap it up? Seeing how it's your birthday? Not really. Huh? Let me get her for you guys. Hang on. Oh. Come here. She got this really cute stage where she doesn't run from me if I go pick her up. She just chills out and lets me pick her up. She's really, really cute. What are you doing? Huh? You must be getting ready for a nap because you've been running hard since 2:46 in the morning. She has her basket right here. Let me see if I can get her to lay in her basket. You know what's funny? If I put her in a basket, she'll just lay there. Usually most cats will be like, no, man, it's your idea, not mine. I don't want to lay in it. We're going to wrap it up, you guys. We're not. Now she wants to play. I'm going to turn her loose and let her play with Squirrel. Here, Katie, go play with Squirrel. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here while they go play. We'll take some film of them today, you guys. I wish you could see them running around and chasing each other. It's pretty hilarious to watch. Someone said wasabi. I love wasabi. Wasabi's great. I like that nasal burn thing. Do you guys dig that? The very first hot sauce collab I ever did was with the J Small Batch hot sauce, and we did. Robert Pop Springs is watching from work. Don't get in trouble. We did a collaboration called the Counselor, and it had horseradish. So you had that. It didn't have wasabi, but it had that same kind of nasal thing going on. Jesse O asks, how do you think sauces containing extract compared to peppers? I have a funny feel. I have a weird relationship with extract. I love the burn of it. I don't like the way it tastes. You know what I mean? It has a sinister, unnatural, unholy burn, which I appreciate, but doesn't really taste so good. So, and typically with me, if I can smell, there are a few exceptions, not many, but if I can smell the extract, that means I'm going to be able to taste it. And if I can taste the extract, I'm probably not going to like the sauce. It's kind of how it is. There are a few exceptions, but not many. Here's the funny thing. It's really unnecessary having extract in sauces. And the reason it's unnecessary is you can make sauces beyond hot to the point where people wouldn't want to eat it. Like even the hardcore chili heads would have trouble with it without using extract. So really there's no point in putting extract in it. I mean, a good example is the habanero, okay? The Last Dab experience was billed as being 2.4 million. It was only 61,000. I can make a sauce with habanero hotter. In fact, I can make a sauce with habanero twice as hot. Because habanero is 200,000 or 300,000 Scoville heat units. So you can make a sauce super hot even with just a habanero. There's no need. I mean, I think they do it to attract the lunatic type that wants something that's extreme. You know what I mean? I get it. Now, there's a thing that is different is cap crystals. Pure capsaicin crystals have that same heat that extract has. You're back for more, huh? That has the same heat that extract has, but without there's no flavor at all. I mean, that's really cool because you can spike the heat in an absurd way without altering the flavor profile at all, which is pretty cool. I dig that. So now here's a good exception. Double Doom rebooted that Dale mentioned. You can't get a sauce that hot naturally because that's 4 million Scoville heat units. So you can't get a sauce that hot unless you use extract. So for sauces like that, the only way you're going to achieve that kind of heat is with extract. So while it's not necessary for normal sauces, if you have those upper echelon ultra hot sauces, the only way you're going to achieve that is with extract. I'm not getting. You know what, Leanne? I'm struggling with sleep because the cat. She's, I love her. She's really a beautiful creature. She's fun. She's gentle. She's loving and sweet. But she just doesn't seem to require the sleep, and apparently if she's awake, I have to be. That's what she feels, that I have to be awake if she is. So this morning at 2:46, she got me up. Spear Prof, thanks for the stellar content, Johnny. Any chance we'll get to talk Resiniferatoxin soon? Yeah, probably the next 2 months we will. It's something we definitely are going to do. If you guys don't know, Spear Prof, he's our dude. John's going to help us with, I believe it's John. He's going to help us with the, that's a different thing. If you don't know what he's talking about, the hottest thing the tincture can get, regular capsaicin through natural is 16 million through natural. That's, I didn't mean natural. That's the highest you can get through peppers is 16 million Scoville. Well, there's a plant called Euphorbia resinifera or Resinifera euphorbia. I'm not quite sure. But what it is it's a plant. It looks like a cactus, but it's not. It's a plant. And the sap from that plant, when processed, humans react to it. It's not capsaicin. However, we react to it as if it was. It's the same. To us, we can't perceive a difference. And this is higher than 16 million. Just take the M out and put a B in there. That's how hot it gets, 16 billion. But because it's so hot, I do have a plant named Robert Plant, but I'm not going to destroy him to try to get the sap. What we're going to do is I'm going to buy some. And Spear Prof apparently has the technology and the apparatus and the equipment and the knowledge to water it down, so to speak. It was not going to be watered down. Diluting it is what we're going to be doing because it's, the hottest thing in peppers is 16 million here. We're talking about 16 billion. The first jump, I figure, the first jump, we should probably go to like, the hottest I've done is 16 million. So I think we should maybe go to 50 million and try 50 million. I know 50 million won't kill. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's a little too high. No, 50 million. And if I can do 50 million pretty well, we should go to 100 million. Even at 100 million, we're a terrifying distance away from 16 billion. I don't want to do 16 billion out of the gate because I might go blind. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Nobody's ever done that. I have a feeling, you may lose your sense of flavor. I don't, you've got to be careful. So, and he has the ability to do that. I do not. So, but yeah, and it's expensive as can be, this stuff. But I definitely am going to do that. There's no two ways about it. It's going to happen. I'm going to wrap it up now, you guys. Listen, in about top of the hour, please do me a favor. After the bars, Brock, are you still here? Can you throw up the link for After the Bars? Hey, calm down there, dude. I love you. Calm down. She's got the zoomies. Her ears are back. She's looking around. Sam, Casper is Redabon. Good to see you. Casper is a very close friend of my brother. Very, very good dude. And they have a show called After the Bars. I play on words. And it's a great show. It's at the top of the hour. Brock, if you can, he's probably looking for it right now. Hopefully he's going to be able to stick a link up there for that show. But if you haven't seen it, it's different than it's a fascinating show. To give you an idea, Casper's there it is, After the Bars. Casper, his name is Sam. He was a cellmate of my brother Tommy for a while, and it's like going through hell together. They got through it together. They're leaning on each other. I'll tell you, he's a good man, and I kind of see it as this. That's like your brother goes through hell. There's a dude that helped him get through it together. That's my brother right there. He helped my brother at a tough time. That makes him my brother. I mean it. I love that guy. So I'd do anything for him. So if you guys want to check out something very, very cool, please check out After the Bars. Superprof says, my suggestion is to max out at 160 million or 10 times pure capsaicin. Stronger may be risky. That's to max out. Well, what happens if I get there and surprisingly I'm handling it well? I hear what you're saying. It would be cool to go. I mean, if nothing else, mathematically, and to dilute it, it'd be easier. I think that's going to make the whole process a little bit easier, right? But I think if that goes well, maybe we should jump more. We'll see what to play it by ear. Pickles, good to see you, dude. Renabon says, how is Tabasco Scorpion? Only 33,000 Scoville with 40% being Moruga. Let me see, 40%. I'd have to look into it. I don't know. I doubt it's 33,000. First of all, there's no way I believe that Tabasco Scorpion is 33,000. Look, no, I don't buy that for a minute. I think you got bad information, Renabon. I don't believe that. Let me tell you why. I've had sauces. Painfully Scorpion is a sauce from Chase Heat Hot Sauce, my company. And that's like 55 or 58,000. And that is 10 times hotter than Tabasco Scorpion, not this much hotter. So I don't believe the 33,000. That's not accurate. So that's the answer there. They may say it on their own website, but there's zero truth to it. For instance, they say on Hot Ones that the last Stab experience is 2.4 million, and everybody in the world knows that it's only 61,000. So Renabon, I'm telling you, I just know that sauce. Tabasco was my gateway sauce into the hot sauce world. And I've emptied a lot of bottles of Scorpion, and it's not 33,000. I would be willing to bet you it's not much more than 15, if that. People don't realize how hot. Listen, 33,000 is a scary hot sauce. People don't realize it. That's because people lie about it so much. And because people think that what a pepper is, that's what the sauce is going to be. If they use that pepper, there's so much misconception out there. It's not 33,000. It's almost worth it for me to buy a bottle and send it off. I bet you if it wasn't over 10, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's my take. Anyhow, you guys are awesome. I have to go play film some pussycats. You guys are awesome. Be kind to somebody. I love you guys. I'll be on tonight at 5:05 Mountain Time, my time. Hi, Wanna Love. Good to see you. And we're going to be doing a after the burn at 5 o'clock. It's going to be Kristen Melinda. And she's just quirky and funny, and she has a great sense of humor, and it should be a very, very fun interview. So please stop by and see us then. But thank you for everybody who stopped in to see me today. Wanna Love, Renabon, thank you so much. Gator is much hotter. I don't know. I'd have to, if I had it if I had to taste it right now, from memory, I don't do very well with that. It's a hot sauce, but it's, Renabon, real quick, did you see the Howtown video? I don't know if you saw it. Did you happen to see the Howtown video? Please go watch that. It's about exposing the sauce, exposing Hot Ones. Every single sauce on Hot Ones is lied about. Every single one, without exception. They inflate the heat on every single sauce with the exception of one. The Bomb. The Bomb they claim is 135,000, when in actuality it's 172 or 175. But they inflate, and I mean, if you go watch how bad they inflate it, it's unbelievable. That's why you asked about the Tabasco Hot Ones. Yeah, Tabasco is not 33,000. Honestly, it's not even close. Not even, that's absurd to say that. It's honest. You know what? Maybe I should just go get it tested. Sounds funny, right? Maybe I should go get tested. Maybe I should just go get that tested. I bet you it's not 10. It's a hot sauce, but it's 33,000 is hot. It's not that high. I can drink that sauce. Exactly. I trust Tabasco more too, but don't believe 33,000 for their Tabasco Scorpion. Ain't nothing that Tabasco's ever made is even close to 30, and nothing they ever will make will ever even approach 33,000. Honestly, it's not happening. Exactly. Wait, it's all vinegar. That said, I'm a huge Tabasco fan. Harmless Feet. Watched that the other day and saw you. Yes, they interviewed me. You know, it's funny. They interviewed.
I went to the factory.
I know. Yeah, Tommy went to the factory on the island. That was a fun interview. I interviewed them we were probably on for 2 hours. They didn't take that. They didn't use that much of it, but it was fun. Sweden on the brink. You guys are awesome. It's still weird how 40% Moruga in the bottle when it's over. It's still weird how can 40% be Moruga in the bottle when it's over 1 million, right? What it is this. Look, where are they? These are the hottest corn nuts in the world. Nowhere does it say how hot they are. My two pair of the peanuts, they're the hottest peanuts in the world. Nowhere, and no one has ever heard me say, this is how hot they are. I've never said that because when you do, you get in trouble. We've never tested. I don't even know. This is, I got to show you guys. I'm going to lure the cat in here. What do I have? Do I have a bird? Come here. Come here. I got a bird. She wants it. Anyway, we're done, guys. I love you guys. Look at the paws on this little 5-month-old. Do you believe that? She's only 5 months old today. You're going to be a big girl. Her mom's a hoss. Did you guys see her mom? I showed her in a video yesterday. Her mom and dad are just huge animals. There you go. All right, guys. Love you. See you guys later. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat. Your bird?